Hello, hello, Prover Nation, our legends in the making. I'm one of them. I am jumping on live with you guys today because I went to Epik for my very first time, and I wanted to share some information. I talked to Stephanie, and Stephanie was all about me jumping in here on live and sharing with you my experience and some of my takeaways about Epik and the first playbook experience. This is probably backwards for you guys, but the first playbook experience that we had on Sunday. So nobody here probably knows me. My name is Sherri Madelid. I am a prover of about a year and a half, but really played small and was very much about using the product because it was doing so much for me. And this year, 2019, is the year that I decided that I'm going to go big and play big and go all the way up. And this year, I decided I was going to go to Epik. So here I am. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. So I didn't have to travel, which is amazing. But I got to spend the entire, well, pretty much Tuesday to Sunday with my team and our upline, and Steve and Stephanie, and got to meet Anthony, got to meet Raj, got to meet so many people, amazing people. And I had the best experience. I come from another network marketing company, and it was completely different. This is, the way I put it together is, it was like Tony Robbins meets, Pruvit training and the ketone scientists and the ketone educators and all the doctors. And I'm a nurse, so I really enjoyed the amount of education that they led with at Epik. I felt like that was in the forefront. Like, we say this all the time, that education is what we lead with in Pruvit, and it's absolutely true. And not being at an event before Epik, I feel like I should have started, a year ago going to events, but it wasn't the right time for me, and now is my time. So I just have to say, for anybody who has not been to any of the Pruvit events, go, make the time, make it work, whatever you can, because it will be life-changing, not only for your business, but also for your mindset and the actions and that you take, because you're going to build relationships with people that you may not have had. Like, I was on the sideline this whole year. I was on the sideline because I wasn't ready. I jumped in and connected with so many people, and I feel like I have so much support for me to build and make this what I want to make this. So if I can give you any advice as a new prover, or someone that is just new in the business, or someone that's building, make sure you get to the events. I've already committed. I'm going to Keto Academy and more in May. I'm super excited about that. But it's life-changing. The amount of information that you're going to be given is overwhelming. You're tested with how much time you have, how much sleep you get, how much you're not eating. But all of that said and done, you come out of it a different person, a completely different person. So what I'm going to talk about today is my takeaway from the playbook experience, the playbook tools that we were given. And we were given this great booklet for the day on Sunday when we did the playbook event. And they have all the different topics that they covered. But what I'm going to talk about today is one that I kind of walked away with, that I've known for a long time that I needed to implement, but I didn't really have the guidance, and I could have asked somebody, but I didn't. And it was just laid out for us, and really, really simple, something that you can make your own. And so it's about the ultimate prover experience. And this was the one that Brian James and Steve Milkey put together and did the training on. And I have to say, it was so well done. The whole playbook was so well done, and you guys are going to get to be able to see it because they filmed it, and I believe it's going to be something that is open to all the new provers that come on board, so that they have a playbook on how to start their business. So what I want to tell you are a few bullet points that stood out to me. I'm not going to go over every little thing because that's a lot. We were in that room for a good hour, learning so much, lots of questions asked, lots of answers given. And so the one thing that stood out to me, there were three things that stood out to me. So the first one is when we have a customer or a new promoter that comes on board, we have to really go into the psychological side and really understand them as to why they came into the business, why they came in as a customer. So some of the things that people come in for is because they need hope, they need results, they need a community, they want the reboot, they hear the stories and they want something better. They come in for the support and curiosity about ketones, and really, and sometimes it's the promos, like we have, the buy one get one that we had not too long ago, which so many people came into the business and into the company as customers. So really knowing why your person came in so that you can best support them, because you don't want to talk to them about community if really they're talking about results. It'll come, but you want to feed into what it is they're looking for so you can be there for them. And then as time goes on, which I'll talk about in a second, you're going to continue that relationship and they'll begin to see all the other reasons why they are home when they come to Pruvit. The second thing that I really fell in love with, and this was Steve's part, and Steve's he's such a great trainer, and there was so much information that he provided, but what he talked about was kind of a timeline for when somebody comes in and then 60 days out, and how you can make maybe a customer that comes in into the ultimate prover in 60 days. And so he talked about when they come in, obviously, as a new customer and understanding their why they came into the company, and really giving them the understanding of the product and how to use it. So not just saying, here, buy a box and you're on your way, but really give them information and resources on how to use the product. And then between day 1 and day 60, the way I wrote it down, and this may be different than what Steve really intended, but I thought this was really, really important, is that you start trickling things because you don't want to put all the information on somebody when they first come in. They're going to get overwhelmed as a new promoter or as a new customer, and they're really going to go like, what did I do? And they might jump out. So you really want to trickle them in. And if it's a new promoter, obviously you want them to start going for the Go Challenge. Excuse my dogs, they might start making noise over here. But you really want to, if it's a promoter, you obviously want to get them the information about the Go Challenge and know if they want to go fast or if they want to go slow. So if there's somebody who's jumping into the business and they want to go, and this is what Brian James said, he said, ask these 3 questions. What do you want out of this? Are you coachable? Like, if you want this, do I have your permission to kind of tough love you? And then, do you want to go fast and do you want to go slow? So you have to know those things if it's a promoter coming in. If it's a customer, we have this timeline that Steve talked about. So as a customer, you want to get them in, get them their resources on how to use the product itself. And then maybe 2 weeks later, you send out a thank you note to them. That's wonderful. I have been sending out thank you notes with my 5 and 10 days, which is great. But I really like the idea of once they purchase a box as a customer, that we go ahead and send a thank you note after the fact, so that it keeps you in contact with that person. And they don't forget that you're there. They know you're there to support them. He said some other things to trickle on them through the 60 days is the free product program, really helping them understand that. And it doesn't have to be on day 1. It can be within the first 30 days. Giving them meal plans and recipes is a really great idea. And we have so many resources in our blog on our own web pages or websites that we can give those to them and then show them if they're going to become a promoter, or if they did sign up as a promoter, show them how to access it and use it. And then, of course, I use Pinterest for a ton of keto meals, so there's lots of recipes out there that you can find. And then talking about the Smart Ship program, we want to get them on board within that first 30 days so that they have that next shipment coming up, and then they can start earning that 4th month of free product. We want that for them. We want free product in people's hands. And then once they get to day 60, I thought this was brilliant. Show them how to be a third-party validation for ketones. So whatever the results that they've had from day 1 to day 60, find out and it depends on what they were coming in for. So if they were looking to lose weight, if they were looking for a better mood, the energy to be a better parent, or whatever it might be, have them really talk about it, and then let's see if they'll go on a Zoom and talk about it on a team call. See if they'll go on live and talk about it on social media. See if they'll be open to telling their story on social media, in a post with a picture. And from there, if they're a customer and they start seeing that this is so valuable, you have more of an opportunity to turn them into a promoter at that point. So I thought that first 60 days was just amazing, and can really connect you to your customers and make your customers never want to leave. So that was my second point that I really took away from his training. It was really, really, really good. And then the last takeaway that I had from the training was from Brian. And Brian said something that is so, so true, and this changed my mindset, completely changed my mindset. And he said, think about this. Any action you take in this company, talking to anybody about it, will never have and will never create a negative result. So it doesn't matter how many people you talk to and they say no, it's not a negative result. You have offered them something that can change their lives. If they say no, it doesn't mean no forever. It means not right now. And if you keep that connection with those people, and you've probably heard this before, over time, they will come and have the curiosity about it. Whether it's with you or somebody else or whatever, we're all one team here, so it doesn't matter. We just want ketones in people's mouths, as they say, so that they get the results, because we know life is better on ketones, right? So that is my 3 biggest takeaways from the Ultimate Prover experience. I really hope this was helpful to you. I turned off the comments because I get distracted really easy, so I'll go back and check the comments and then answer anything that you might have commented down below. But I hope you see me more often, because I'm so excited to jumpstart this business and really make 2019 my year. I hope to see you in a Keto Academy and at more, because I'm going to be there no matter what. And I hope this was something that can inspire you to take your business forward. So I hope you guys have a good night and be on the call. I think it's tomorrow. There's a call tomorrow on a Zoom. So check that out. It should be in the page. And I actually need to check the time because I don't know what it is. But have a good night, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.